Hey everyone, so today we're going to make a cute little crow out of this piece of wood. My husband had a big piece of 2x6 wood in the garage, so I had him cut him in pieces. So this one is 8 inches high, and I'm just using this foam roller that works so great. I love how it puts the paint on so smoothly. And I'm just using basic acrylic black paint to paint the whole block. I'll get a couple sides painted and then give it a dry and then finish the rest and dry that as well. I'm going to paint all sides and the top, but leave the bottom as is. And now I got it all painted and dried, so I'm just using my little mini sander and giving it a good sanding all over, especially the edges and corners. Just wiping off that excess dust that gets everywhere. So now I have this piece of black and white ticking fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I cut a piece wide enough to go around the whole thing. And I'm just folding up the brim of the hat. Just going to glue a little bit at a time, and then as I wrap it around. Then I'll secure it and glue it really well in the back. Glue this second edge and meet up in the middle and glue it, reinforce it really well in the middle. Now I'm going to just gather it above the head and tie it with some twine. Just leave a big bow on it. Then I'll trim it up a couple inches from the top, and I have some terrible scissors. They're not very sharp, so it took me a few seconds to get it cut, but I think that looks cute so far. So there is his hat. And now I cut out some triangles out of 3 pieces of chipboard. I didn't have cardboard handy, or I probably would have used that, but this worked great. So I had to shake up my paint and get it all mixed up. I hadn't used it for a while. This is Folk Art Mustard Yellow. And so now I'm gluing the 3 pieces together, and I rounded the corners so they weren't just pointy corners. And this is going to be the crow's nose, of course. I'm just kind of sanding it and smoothing it a little bit. And now I'm just going to paint the whole thing. And I painted part of the back and remembered I didn't really need to paint the back at all. But anyways, I'm just giving it a good coating of this yellow and drying it, and then I will finish getting the other corner there where my thumb is. Just getting the sides, edges, and the top really well. And again, I'm going to finish drying it. Then I'll just give it a light sanding, just to blend it in with the sanded project. Then I'll glue that on where I think his beak should go. I think I called it a nose earlier, but it is his beak. And you can tell he's coming to life a little bit. So now I'm just going to use a little bit of white paint and the end of this paintbrush, and I'm going to give him 2 big white eyes. And when that's dry, I will put a smaller dot of black in it to finish off his eyes. So while that's continuing to dry, I have some more of that same ticking fabric, and I'm just going to glue it below for a little scarf. Then I'll wrap it around and glue it in back. Get that side secured on as well. Now I'm just going to make a little bow out of this other piece. Just starting off making it in an awareness bow. I'll set that aside while I get my twine. I should have had that handy first. And I'm just wrapping it around probably about 4 times, I think. And I apologize, I keep moving off camera. So I tie it once in front, and then I take it around back and tie it in a good knot in the back. And then cut the excess off. Then I'll trim up the tail, make them match, and fray the ends a little bit. Trying to decide just where to put him, or put the bow. But I just like it down there on the right side. So I'm going to glue it on there. And at first I was thinking I would put a rusty star in the top of his bow, but I just really liked the looks of it just plain and left alone there. So now I've got a micron pen which is smaller than the white, and I'm putting a black dot in each eye. And I think he looks so cute. So I'm going to make sure those are dried before I mess with them. Now I'm going to put a little sunflower on him. Just trying to decide exactly where. And I was thinking I dried his black part of his eyes, but I guess I'm just going for it and putting the sunflower on. And it had a bit of a stem in the back, so it stuck out too far and it wasn't really securing on there. So in a minute you'll see me lift up the whole flower and cut that off right here. I just had to get it more flat. So I'm re-gluing them down. And in the meantime, I'm putting a clumps of Excelsior on the left and the right side of the flower. I just kind of pull out a chunk and then fold it in half and put a glob of glue. Now I'm trimming it up, giving it a haircut and making it look nice. And I have this wired paper ribbon, so I'm just wrapping it around a pencil quite a few times. Then I push it up and wrap around some more and push it up. And then I cut it. It's pretty thin, so it cuts just fine with scissors. And I'm cutting that in 3 pieces. And then I'm just going to put another glue stick in and gluing those in where I think they look best. I just think this just really adds, I just like lots of different textures. I think he looks so cute. So I had these fall tags. I've got them in my Etsy shop, so the link to them will be below this video. And so I trimmed it up a little bit because it was a little bit too big. And so I trimmed it up. Now I'm distressing the edges with Tim Holtz Oxide ink. Now I'm scrunching it up, and I'm going to use my scissor edges to really scruff up the edges and make it look worn and older. I'm just trying to decide where to put the tag. So I just put a glob glue on the back of the one end, and I decided to go just up there. And that is it for this project. He really did work up really quick and fast, and I hope this inspires you to make something similar. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you have a whimsical day. Thank you so much.